Yo, what is up, guys? Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button, hit the like. Anyway, I was scrolling through the degenerate mess that is Twitter, and I stumbled upon some boxing news. According to the ever reliable Mike Coppinger, Canelo Alvarez and Sergiy Derevyanchenko are in talks for a fight on September 14th at £168. Of course, Billy Joe Saunders was the zone's preferred choice for Canelo's next opponent, but due to the pandemic, it looks like plans have changed, and Sergiy Derevyanchenko looks to be in with a good chance of winning the Canelo sweepstakes. According to Mike Coppinger, other options are also being considered, but Derevyanchenko looks to be in pole position, and if it's not Derevyanchenko, it certainly won't be Gennady Golovkin until early 2021. So it looks like Sergiy Derevyanchenko is in pole position right now to get this Canelo fight. What do we think about this? Well, I'll be honest, when the talks were ongoing in regards to Canelo's opponents for May, and when Billy Joe Saunders was the front runner, and basically he got the fight, I was relatively happy with that fight in particular. While I felt Canelo Alvarez was going to win that fight, I felt it was a good fight. Ultimately, Billy Joe was a champion at 168. He was unbeaten, and he had a style that could potentially trouble Canelo Alvarez, with that sort of back foot style out of a southpaw stance. We've seen Canelo struggle with that style before in Erislandy Lara. So I felt Billy Joe brought some interesting attributes to the table stylistically, and ultimately I was happy with that fight. But in the back of my mind, I was also thinking, well, Billy Joe's not looked good for quite some time. So yeah, I was kind of meh on the fight. It was a solid fight, but not a fight I was super hyped for. Is this Sergiy Derevyanchenko fight any better, any worse? I would say it's around the same level, to be honest. Derevyanchenko would be moving up in weight to take this fight, but ultimately both guys are kind of short in stature. I don't really believe that's going to make much of a difference in regards to how this fight plays out. But yeah, stylistically, Canelo versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko is a much funner fight. Derevyanchenko likes to apply pressure coming forwards. He'll throw a lot of punches. He likes to dig downstairs to the body, come upstairs to the head. He's a good inside fighter. He's a good technical fighter up close. And with Canelo's style of that other counterpuncher, a guy who likes to set his feet and throw combinations, I think stylistically, Canelo Alvarez versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko will actually be quite a fun fight to watch, however long it lasts. And yeah, I think it would actually result in fireworks. But stylistically, I think Derevyanchenko might be an easier fight for Canelo, to be honest. Although Derevyanchenko isn't terrible defensively, in fact he's got some nice subtle defense, but despite that I still believe Canelo is going to have a much easier time finding the mark with his combination punches, with his counters on Derevyanchenko, than he would have done against Billy Joe Saunders. Derevyanchenko is going to take the fight to Canelo. He's not going to play it safe. He's not going to box on the back foot. He's not going to make Canelo take the lead. He's going to give Canelo the ample opportunities for him to really counter and fire great combinations. So Derevyanchenko is going to make more of a fight of it than Billy Joe Saunders. But ultimately, I think that will actually result in his demise. And while he will make it competitive for a fair few rounds, ultimately I just believe his style plays into Canelo's hands, to be honest. Though it will be a fun fight, like I said. And I do actually think Derevyanchenko will give Canelo some type of problems in this fight. But, Canelo's a guy who, in my opinion, seems to be improving fight by fight. And he's pretty much in his prime right now. And to be quite frank, I don't see Canelo losing to somebody like Sergiy Derevyanchenko. No disrespect to Derevyanchenko. He's a really good fighter, in my opinion. But, yeah, I just don't favour him in this one. But, yeah, ultimately, given the fact with what's been going on, I don't hate this fight. I've not really got a problem with this fight at all. And, yeah, it is what it is. And according to the reports, there is also there's a highly likely chance that this fight will actually be behind closed doors. Apparently Canelo is actually willing to fight behind closed doors. So if that's true, then fair play, because I want to see any sort of boxing right now. And if we get this fight during these times, then I'll be grateful. So there we go. And also one more thing, this fight is a good option, well, it's a good opportunity for Canelo to make a statement ahead of his third fight with Gennady Golovkin, because I still believe that fight will happen, that third fight with Golovkin. And as we know, whether you thought he won or lost, I felt Golovkin just about won, but Golovkin went life and death with Sergiy Derevyanchenko. If Canelo Alvrez can do a job on Derevyanchenko, that's going to do his confidence a world of good going into a third fight with Golovkin. And, you know, that could play on Golovkin's mind, so who knows. But yeah, solid fight in my opinion, solid fight. Anyway, smash the like. I'm out. Peace.